The tunnel is intricately carved, and it seems to have weathered however long it's been here quite well.
Hmm. We want to head down?
Oh, my phone.
I suppose we don't have much option.
Yeah. Yeah. Is there any place to adhere a rope, or is it like a slide, like a chute,
No, it's a
or is it like
staircase.
oh, it's a staircase? Okay, yeah, let's go.
All right. Both of you make wisdom checks for me.
Wisdom
Oh,
checks.
Yes.
I got a I got a fifth. I got a 17.
All right. And Snap?
9.
9. So, Kona, it's a
Mm-hmm.
cold tunnel. It's a little
Mm-hmm.
barren. No exciting carvings or maybe some intricate wall murals. It's just kind of bare stone that just happens to be carved quite
Hmm.
elegantly. Snap,
Hmm.
as you continue to descend, you feel this nagging in the back of your head. And you feel this pull, kind of like you shouldn't be doing this. Something's not right. And it's like this base urge instinct to just flee.
Hmm.
I just sort of like stop in place.
All right.
Snap, what's wrong?
I'm not sure we should go down here anymore.
When have we ever run away from something like this before?
I don't know, but just something doesn't feel right.
I'll walk over to him. I'll put my hands on his hands. Snap. Come on. Do you remember the time that we fought those griffins? The multi-level
Vague.
marketing scheme griffins?
No.
I assure you what happened.
Uh,
Oh
Remember?
yes,
Yeah, it was the pyramid
Birdman
scheme.
Incorporated.
Yeah, it was that Sphinx that was commanding griffins. It was like that whole pyramid scheme.
And they in turn were just trying to. They were
Yeah,
trying to sell those like weird little flat triangles that were painted to look 3-dimensional.
that's exactly right. Yes. And we at the time when we had to go deep into that ancient like pyramid, you got a little spooked out there too, but we powered through it, and we remember we got a good amount of money. We found those really fun artifacts.
Yeah,
Just I am certain that there's nothing down here that you and I both can't handle.
and I found a cactus.
You did, and it was nice until it caught fire because of the day. Yeah, we're not going to get into that. So it's okay, buddy.
Uh, if you if you say so.
Yes, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. There's nothing that down here that can, it'll give us every expedition always comes with danger. That's what makes it fun. Yeah.
all right. So,
Snap will let you take the lead, and he'll hold on to the end of your tail.
Okay.
Snap, after a few more feet, the feeling does leave you, and you feel more at ease now.
Oh,
So, just for a brief moment, that fear entered you. But as you progressed further and the calmingness of your companion, the feeling. Geez, it is really pouring right now. But the feeling has left you, and you feel much calmer.
hmm. would would I be able to like just tell that that's really weird, or would I need to like roll something?
You can roll
Insight.
roll an insight check.
26.
26. So you get, as you kind of think back on it, this feeling was foreign to you. It didn't feel like it wasn't from your own mind. It was almost as if a voice or something was speaking in your head. you didn't hear anything, but the emotions were given to you. The emotions of fear and you should turn around. But you do get the idea that this wasn't me. This was something else.
Oh,
Hmm.
Kona.
Yeah.
Remember, I think that fear I was feeling wasn't me.
Think something is trying to influence you? Something's trying to make you afraid?
I think so, because it just suddenly was gone.
It could be residual defenses in this building to try to deter anyone that would come down here. Or it could be illithids.
I'm sorry, what?
Illithids, mind flayers.
Oh.
Yeah. They like living in places like this.
All right. You both continue down the staircase for maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes. It just goes on. Until eventually you do feel the airflow change into a slight breeze. And then almost a few more feet, it gets stronger. And as you both descend, eventually the lights illuminate as the chamber expands. Not the chamber, the passage expands into a chamber. And as you hit the bottom of the steps to the smooth flooring, stretching before you is this large cavern with, oddly enough, a little bit of light twinkling down from the roof. And as you look up, you both, without making any checks, you recognize this is some form of bioluminescent fungus. And it doesn't light up the whole cavern, but it gives like
Does it look like stars on the rooftop? Or like
yeah, kind of
the cavern?
it looks like stars, but it's a lot thicker. So it's like little specks every now and then there's these giant clumps that just beam light straight down. And it's quite bright.
Structures down here?
Yes, immediately as you enter the chamber, you see, what does it look like? You see this building just kind of standing before you, illuminated in a dim light. It's maybe 2 stories tall with no windows. It's just a smooth box. Maybe, like I said, 2 stories, but without windows, it's a little harder to gauge. But it's smooth all around, or at least from the front it is. And it has a set of double doors about 5 feet off the ground with a broken staircase leading up to it.
Interesting.
But other than that, the cavern is sparse. There's no other buildings. It doesn't look like there's any passageways other than the one you entered from.
Do I recognize the architecture of the box?
It is still celestial.
And,
Building thing? It's still celestial.
Yes.
Do I see any way I could get up to the glowy fungus?
You can't get to the ceiling. It's maybe 60 or 50 feet up, but some of the fungus is growing along the walls. So easily enough, you could scrape some off.
And I just remembered, I look over at Tail.
Oh, Tail.
I need a sample of those, of the fungus.
Tail will float up and grab
Get a
few
big
mushrooms.
one.
Grabs the biggest mushroom they can manage.
Plucks off maybe give me a strength check for Tail, because if you want the biggest one, you're gonna have to rip it off.
Here we go. Ooh, that's a 1.
A 1.
They roll a 5. They have a -4 in strength.
Tail confidently says, "I got this, no problem." Flies up, grabs onto the mushroom, and you both hear for maybe 30 or 40 seconds, and just, it's not budging.
I'm just gonna stand there with my arms crossed next to Snap, just looking up. He's like, just like from time to time, like tilt my head over to Snap and just like, he's got this.
Tail's like, "Don't worry, it's wiggling loose," and more grunting and.
Maybe get one that's a little smaller. It doesn't have to be the biggest one.
Tail's like, no, I got this. and for maybe another 30 seconds you hear grunting until finally you hear, I don't think you want this one. It's kind of, it's like half eaten or something. I'll just grab this one, and plucks off a smaller one and floats back to you both and hands it over. And it's maybe 2 or 3 inches big, and it gives off this bright glow. Like, I mean, not candle, almost like a roaring campfire of blue light.
My God, the thing's bright.
Yeah, it's bright.
The possibilities.
Put it in a little jar, and we can have like a little nightlight.
Yeah. And if I could figure out how to grow them, I could even sell them to children.
We have to make sure they're not poisonous first.
Yes, of course. I'm not a monster. I'm
Kids
only an
love
animal
glowing
occasionally.
fungus.
I'm only an animal occasionally.
Well, actually, you're a moon druid. You can turn into beasts or monsters.
I didn't know that, but
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
so you are a monster from time to time.
shh, we don't talk about that.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I think it's a great idea to sell to children. Children love glowing fungus.
And maybe even we could use them in festivals.
Oh, we could possibly even see if they can be eaten. Make some sort of like glowing soup or something.
Usually bioluminescent things are extremely poisonous when consumed. So probably not.
Perfect to sell to children.
Well, I mean, we'd put them in jars that have like child locks on them.
I guess. Or seal them in glass balls.
Ooh. Well, they'd still need to breathe.
Oh, true.
It is a fungus.
Well, not if we made them like a little terrarium.
Ooh, yes. We're just in this big old chamber,
Yeah.
labeled as in prison, discussing
This
business.
large-
We've discovered this lost, this unknown fungus. How do we capitalize on that? How do I market this to people?
Snap he may be a druid, but he's a businessman first.
Yeah.
Capitalism.
Yes.
Snap became a. This is how you can tell kobolds are draconic creatures.
Yeah, how do money?
They see nature and are like, okay, how do I capitalize on this?
All right. So, in the dim light, and as you both approach this large structure, you do see murals emblazoned along the side of it. And they just stretch across the front and wrap around to presumably the sides and back. And as you look, you can see, starting from the left and going to the right, what looks like these faceless entities, tall, with wings and halos, kind of surrounding another faceless entity. And as they surround it, you see in the next panel over, where the entity was standing, large rows of teeth emerging, surrounding it. And then in the next panel, they close around it.
I'm sorry. What did you were kind of cutting out a little bit.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Where did I leave off?
The angels surrounding a thing.
The faceless angel entities were surrounding another entity that was also faceless, but instead of angel wings. What?
I'm sorry. It's just like when you try to describe this thing, you keep cutting out.
It's like, undescribable.
It's an eldritch horror. It cannot be known by mortal minds.
Yeah.
No. Okay, but tell me if I cut out again. I don't know why it's doing that.
Okay.
But they surround an entity that doesn't have angel wings. It has almost like bat wings.
Yes.
And then in the next panel, surrounding the entity in the center is what looks like a circle of teeth. And then in the next mural, the teeth have closed around it, making almost like a prison. And then in the final panel, at least on the front of the building, you see the angel-like entities touch the surface of the tooth-like prison, and then it stretches around the side, and you'd have to walk around the side to see the rest.